welcome to my basement. My name is Jesse. In the past year, a lot of terrible stuff has happened to me, and I've pretty much destroyed my life. And, you know, growing up, I used to participate in a couple of sports, like basketball, cross country. But the one that makes the most sense to make a documentary about would, of course, be boxing. And so, what I plan to do is to film at least a very brief documentary about me training for the Golden Gloves. See, in March, I will enter the 2009 Chicago Golden Gloves, and although I have 0 fights at the moment, I have a feeling I can make a huge impact on the novice division and maybe even make a future for myself. This is that documentary, and I welcome you to it. So long, and good night. So, I don't know if it's a secret or not, but I love my ex-girlfriend, Ariel. Yeah, she did a lot of horrible things to me, and told me a lot of lies. But most of them raised my confidence in myself, at least for a little while. And basically made me go manic. And I wound up in a lot of psych wards. And soon they put me on a lot of drugs that sort of like altered other decisions. And the next thing you knew, I'm almost 20 years old and I'm living at home with my parents and my sister. And it almost seems like I'm an uninvited guest, But I still love her. And I'm seeing someone else, but doesn't mean I wouldn't do anything to get her back. And I hope that when I show that I can, commit to something and accomplish something great, something maybe even beyond greatness, I don't know, then maybe I will succeed in getting her back. And that would be the greatest feeling ever. Zach, I'm sorry, but you could never fill her shoes. Or her bra. Very recently, an old friend of mine, named Mike Adams, drove the wrong way down the Edens Expressway and was tragically killed in a car crash. He wasn't always, he was pretty rough around the edges. I remember when I would hang out with him as a freshman, he would do some pretty nasty things to people, including myself. And I always just kind of stood there. But there were times where I did defend the people that he would hurt. And you could tell that all of us were in fact kind of hurting ourselves. We were like, I don't know, I was kind of like a social outcast at St. Patrick High School, and they kind of took me and let me stay with them. They kind of adapted me to their world. And their world was an extremely different kind of world. One where if you didn't agree with what you considered scum Like homeless people, for instance. Well, you just do something about it. And Mike taught me, what he taught me in life was that you really shouldn't take anything from anyone. And whenever I would show weakness, he would always respond to it. And we even had a fist fight one time, and it led to a lot of bloodshed. And I guess if you can learn anything from Mike Adams, it's that you shouldn't take anything from anyone. And although he was rough around the edges, he was just a wild teenager. And he died. And it's hard for me to accept that this person is gone forever. I know you are a good person, Adam. I want you to rest in peace. And I guess this documentary is dedicated to you. I know I'll probably get sued for it if I ever release it. But hopefully, no one will ever have to go down like we always did. Things are gonna get done now. And I'm gonna help people who are outcasts. And people who lost everything in life, including life. That's the point of my speech right there. I'm sorry to the friends of Mike Adams. Barack Obama. A great man who obviously believes in helping people. But the question is socialism worth it? I mean, obviously you're helping the less fortunate, but you're also hindering regular people at the same time. And I know he's out to help the common people, right? But communism and capitalism, they both wind up hindering some human development. And even if the owners of the slaves are being hindered a bit, that's still a person, and they're still getting hit. The point is America ready for that? I don't know. You're probably wondering why I'm complaining about a bunch of aimless topics that I can never possibly even, affect. According to every other athlete who's pretty much, never really ran for office or anything. They say you shouldn't complain if you didn't vote, but they wouldn't allow me to vote in this group home that I was living in Milwaukee. It was an all-black worker group home, and they wouldn't take me to get registered because they knew I was voting for John McCain. The question is, I guess, really, could John McCain have done a better job helping the rich? Might not have done much. And we'll never really know who could have been better. There will always be a what if in anything you do. Kind of like if I don't start getting ready for this fight. nothing will be accomplished. And I won't be able to help any of the people I want to help. And there's an awful lot of them out there. So maybe in a way, since I'm so collective, communism really is cool. There you go, Chris. You got what you wanted to hear. You're probably wondering why I'm including a lot of music in a documentary about boxing. Music is filled with emotion. And in a fight, the most important thing is not really style. It's emotion as well. Basically, everything is about feeling emotions. If we didn't feel them, there would be no point to life. Like I said, maybe, I don't know if I actually mentioned it, this is a song called Time. Time is something we don't have much of in this world. When you compare us to the world, or you even compare the world to the universe, we're nothing. We have very little time. And we always think time will be there. There will be more time to do the important things in life that we've always wanted to do, but it's not true. If you want to get something done, it doesn't matter if you're 90 or if you're 9 years old. You could be 110. But you're always running out of time. And without time, there can be no such thing as accomplishments. Charles Barkley, Alex Rodriguez, and Michael Phelps have all done great things with their careers. But all of them have gotten in trouble recently for substance abuse, damaging their body. A psychiatrist who means well saw that the Depakote was destroying my attention span. He gave me amphetamine salts and told me to use them to get better. Amphetamine salts can damage your body too. And a body is the one thing that an athlete has that sets him apart from the rest, allows him to compete. Damaging my body is simply unacceptable. I will be strict about what I put in my body, and I will become one of the greatest athletes of all time. What a beautiful full moon. You may or may have not noticed that a lot of people are being considered loons themselves nowadays. It's like all these doctors think that if you feel emotions and you respond in any way to them and you act like an individual, then you're crazy. But that can't be the case. Too many people. I'm seeing too many people take these psycho drugs. And I'm seeing either them go crazy, psychotic, or they don't feel anything. Or I'm seeing them not live up to their potential. We aren't crazy. We aren't part of some big machine. We're not flaws in it. We're human beings. And we should be allowed to feel emotion. It would be a terrible thing if we never did.
That made me look really bad. You know, I'm sure all great athletes, when they start out, I'm sure that they have made stupid mistakes like that too. So it's no big deal. By the way, I did complete the 4 other sets at a much lower weight, you know. Most people are going to wonder, why the hell didn't that guy just cut that out of the film? And I'm going to tell you why right now. I want everything to be real. Real human experiences. And that's why I'm making this film in the first place. Is to show that anybody can do anything. I know a lot of people hate on this guy named Chris Crocker, who's doing something kind of similar to what I'm trying to do right now. He's a bit out there. He's a homosexual transvestite on YouTube who makes blogs or whatever he does, makes his videos, and he says really, like, stuff that's out there, you know? And one of the things he said that I've always said is, be your own celebrity. I've always said, see who you want to be in the mirror, and go after it. Because it only matters what you see in the mirror, or else no one else is really there. If you know what I mean. I'm going to accomplish what I set out to accomplish. I'm going to do well in that novice division. Whether all the haters out there who watch this documentary one day cringe about it or not. It's going to be a wonderful day. The greatest day I've ever known. The Patterson Bigfoot Gimlin film. How can anyone make a documentary about anything without including bears? I've been a skeptic in my life about such things as September 11th and the moon landing. It's become quite popular to not believe in anything, especially the cool, amazing things in our world that make us humanity and make us an intelligent form in life. But the Patterson Gimlin film, I don't want to deny that it's real or that it's fake. I just want to say there's many beautiful things out there. And I hope to God it's real, because it's changed my life forever. All right. Well,
Say it on.
Yeah.
Lightning in a bottle.
Well, I'm getting ready to go for a run now. I haven't been on a run in quite a while. So we're going to see just how good of shape I still am. In cardio, at least. I feel like Mr. Rogers putting his shoes on. But it has to be done. I have to get some miles in, or else I'm going to die during this fight. Okay, that's good. Well, wish me luck.
Good luck.
Well, I'm back for my first So, what we found out is I'm still in pretty good shape cardio-wise. So now we just have to worry about strength. Nothing like a good old nutritious breakfast. What about that cover? I threw the original one out. It'll be ready soon. And then we can begin more preparations. Pizza. Alright. Well, I have to eat chicken every day. I think that's a pretty important part about being an athlete. I don't know. What could be better? I hear oatmeal is pretty good. But this is a Stouffer's chicken breast. And it's what's going to help me get strong. You can. I know this all may seem extremely boring, but I just want you to get the point. This is stuff I'm going to have to start doing for like every day, over and over again, until I'm the greatest. There's one more thing I have to do. Oh, damn it, it's on. Animal pack. I hope it makes me like an animal, because I'm born to be wild. Look at all these different pills you gotta take in this pack. Hello? How are you? I just wanted to know if you really loved me, so you lied about not? What game? Okay. I know. Well, I gotta go. I'm in the middle of something very important. Zach. It's going okay. He's cool. I love you too, and, I just gotta get a few things straightened out. I mean, would you take me back one day? No? Okay, well, I gotta go. I'm in the middle of something very important. Yeah. I didn't hang up. Hello? I didn't really want to be. I don't know. I don't love him. I don't love him. But I gotta get a few things straightened out. You're gonna be very proud of me in a little while. I gotta go though. Who do you think? The person I stood by all that time? Anyways, I'm filming a documentary about my training, and when it's all done, I'm gonna be very good. Yeah. Yeah, I'll come back. But we have to wait until I get in shape again. Alright, love you. I don't know about right now. Later. Alright, love you, bye. That went very well. Well, we'd better get a move on taking these pills. There's so many I have to take. Can't really get it open too good. who can swallow all these at one time, but I sure can't. That was my ex-girlfriend, Ariel, by the way. She said that she didn't do a lot of the terrible things that I made her say she did. But I'm not sure if I believe her yet. Perhaps I was a bit unfair to Mike Adams earlier. Mike, I didn't mean it. Don't hold it against me, bro. I hope in the spirit world we're still cool. We're still cool. For some reason, that run today didn't really feel quite adequate. I think I need to do it again. And if I become obsessed with this, at least it's a good thing, right? It's not like it's a bad thing to become obsessed about. One's health, one's vitality, one's future. I'd say everything really is about to be alright. Everything's fine. Well, I got back, and I suppose the new plan is to run every single day until both fear and anxiety are gone. I cannot have either of those things without plan. So, who knows if even talking to Ariel right now is a good thing. I mean, I love her with all my heart and soul, but bad things always happen. And I always become really lazy and depressed, and I can't produce anything. How will I go about doing this if I keep going down that path? And who's to say that this guy Zach couldn't be good for me? I mean, I've been a little bored from him, but because he doesn't always make the greatest conversation. But I should at least give him a chance. What's up? Man, I feel like I look a little crazy. You have to understand, lately I've been taking that ADHD medication, and it did make me go a little crazy yesterday. I think I took too much or something, and I acted a little, off the wall. But you have to understand, I'm not actually the crazy one. My girlfriend has bipolar disorder. She is in a cycle constantly, and it's always lies. She can't even control them. She could tell me she loves me and she wants me to help her out and all this stuff, and then tell somebody else something that contradicts that, or maybe even the exact same thing. If you are in love with someone who has bipolar disorder, you would understand what I'm saying. I can't be with her, not because I'm a terrible person. Not that I want to lead her on, like I may have yesterday. Which is not necessarily my fault, it was the way that the medicine reacted to me. It's because of her cycle and how I'll just get swept in again. And I can't allow that to happen. This is a real documentary. It may have gotten a little, seemed a little fake yesterday and looked a little odd, but it's by no means fake. Everything that I'm going to say, everything that I'm going to train for is 100% real. And I'd like to welcome you once more to an actual documentary about training for the Golden Gloves. I don't really feel like doing anything right now. I'm pretty depressed. Problem is, when you are depressed, nobody gives you anything, and nobody believes you. And if they do, they're probably just giving you placebos anyway, or something your body will get used to And then they'll be placebos by then. Besides, the ADHD medication has a lot of the same ingredients as antidepressants. So, if they're not making me less depressed and they're making me really, messed up, why would I want antidepressants? Well, I do, but I really can't get anything done like this. Yeah, I don't think Zach will be coming around here very much anymore. Last night, my sister kinda came into the room, the basement, and we were laying next to each other, and she said something like, "Oh," and, afterwards, my family made it very awkward for the both of us by, having my sister throw around the word fag a lot, and saying you're weird and disgusting and all that stuff. So, I think that might be the end of me and him. Oh, and Ariel had to send him an email, using nasty, derogatory comments about, homosexuality and all, so I think we've seen the end of him. Plus, I just don't really feel like dealing with this kind of thing anymore, so. She also says she saw us kissing when she came into the basement, but that's just not true. We weren't kissing at that point. Here's an update on what's going on. Ariel jumped out her window, and she messed up her eye. Her parents then blamed me for what happened. And my cousin Kryn got married. Well, lately I've been working out pretty consistently. I've been doing a lot of running, and I use that bench press over there. So, pretty soon, I'll be ready for sparring. And then we can really get ready for this thing. Yeah, so I decided to cut my hair. Looks good, doesn't it? But a success. I weighed in at 134. Still, they didn't have to be as rude to me as they were. I haven't given up yet. So here's the ending.
Down the wrong way of the ramp, I don't know. And And then you hit him?
No, yeah, and then he
hit you?
He hit me, yeah.
Yeah, obviously that's not the end. I know he's kind of off the market, but Gerard Way was the most attractive man in the world at one point. Still fucking is. So yeah, on a serious note, I did wind up driving the wrong way of an expressway, and that's exactly what Mike Adams did. A lot of people told me I said some very incriminating things to them before this, and I don't want to label myself like that, but I guess if anything, it does make me the emo boxer, doesn't it? But, don't hate, because I'm just sick, and that's all it is. Good night. By the way, I don't agree with putting other people in danger. So, I'm sorry to the truck driver, and anyone else who might have been in the way. Although, I think I was smart enough to, do certain things and choose certain things, so at least I didn't kill anybody, right? Right? I don't know, maybe that doesn't excuse me at all, it probably doesn't, but what else can you say, right? Oh, and by the way, it was like a blackout. And I just blacked out.
This is Jesse Andrew agreeing to be punched in the face by Dom without any retaliation afterwards. Whenever that you're ready to go is fine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That was nice. Do it again.
Yeah.
Look from this side now. Look from this.
You ready, Jesse?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Well done. Keep going.
3, 2, 1.
Nice.
Or whatever.
Another one? Go.
3, 2, 1. That'll miss.
Yeah. No, but it's still, just keep going.
No, I think it's why is it flashing in there?
Because it's almost low.
What is this? I don't know, do I have like a blue hair? Again, the Golden Gloves was a failure. Surely this is all somebody else's fault. So basically I thought Ariel was cheating on me. So I went to steal my dad's car to go see her and, investigate it. And they put me in Reed Hospital. Ariel called on me. And I think they They shot me up with Haldol a couple nights in a row, and I think they broke my jaw, and now I can't compete, even though I've been training for it for a while. Well, you know, for years, I guess, technically. And everyone's gonna act like it was years that I took off, but it was only like, I don't know, I guess it was years. That's a blow to your ego a little bit. March 30th, 2010. I live at the YMCA now. In Oak Park, Illinois. I got kicked out of the house again. They told me that I wouldn't get kicked out of the house if I did surgery. I really didn't want to do surgery, though. But they told me I had to or I was getting kicked out of the house. That's blackmail. Then there was metal stuck in my jaw. How can bone grow where there's metal? Who wouldn't get angry? So I was arrested for domestic assault. I swear I didn't hit anyone. So after spending a week in Cook County Jail, I'm here now. I think that's about it. Like you. I kinda wonder if I have a nice butt. Even though I've done tons of acid, and I feel like my ego is really minute now, which is what I want to do. I want to destroy my ego, you know, ego death. I still want to be pretty. Why can't I be? You know, you can't really accomplish ego death unless, you know that you're not so pretty. And, I'm pretty fucking ugly. I admit it. Or am I just looking for a compliment? But who would do that? Who would give me a compliment? Because I'm ugly, right? Oh my god, my ego is huge. I think I have to come. So, on St. Patrick's Day, and the day I turned 21, I didn't get to have a drink. You know, I just can't help but feel that everyone thinks of me as garbage. But that's 'cause it's